A man asked me for coffee today after work, and I politely told him no, and then brought myself to McAllister's, where I got this croissant, this grilled chicken sandwich, and an entire bowl of broccoli cheddar soup and a Dr. Pepper for under $25. Now, I'm not going to argue with you about how you like to date, just like I don't want you to argue with me about how I like to date. But coffee is never going to be an option for me. And just like I respect your choice to coffee, respect mine to not coffee.
Yo, what's good, baby? This your boy, Flossy. Letting you know what's up and what's going down. You feel me? Go ahead and hit that like button for your boy. So every so often a video sparks the conversation of coffee dates. And this is that video. You know, this went viral recently. A woman basically hopping on TikTok saying she turned down a coffee date because she's worth more than that. And she doesn't do that. She'd rather spend money on herself.
This croissant, this grilled chicken sandwich, and an entire bowl of broccoli cheddar soup and a Dr. Pepper for under $25.
Hey, if that banana's your bread, good for you. All right? Whatever makes you happy. Whatever fills your heart with joy. But you know the internet is cold-blooded. And if you go ahead and post about someone wanting to get to know you over coffee and you turned them down because you say you don't do coffee dates, you know they're going to go in, especially on this topic. And that they did.
I've said this numerous of times, and it's always rang true. A lot of women today don't know how to date. And this is why they go through a revolving door of men after men after men, and then all niggas ain't shit. And I say that to say because I see the discussion around having a coffee date. And women saying, that's not for me, that's low effort, that's low this, low that, that's what you think. I don't care what y'all talking about. The lady that recently sparked that coffee date conversation, because these are discussions that's been had for a long time, she'd be lucky if anybody asked her for directions. She'd be lucky if anybody asked her for directions. But now you don't do coffee dates. Now, I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying a lot of y'all don't know how to date. There's this romanticized idea of how much money he needs to spend, where he needs to take you, all these things to legitimize it as a date, opposed to looking at it as, okay, it's low pressure, you're safe, because most of the time it's during a coffee date would be during the daytime, low expectations, he can't expect nothing from you, you sure can't expect nothing from him. You're not committed to getting dressed and putting on your finest and doing all the things, the full theater that you would do if it's a dinner date. It's a nice icebreaker. It's simple, right? And through the coffee date, he could get to figure out if he like you. You could get to figure out if you like him, and it could go anywhere or it could go nowhere, right? Opposed to committing. How many times, ladies, the ones that are dating, how many times have you gone on a date with a man and realized quickly he's an idiot, but you already committed the outfit, you already committed the night, you already committed yourself to this date, so now you got to go through it, and now you suffering through that shit. Like, let's be real. Like, I don't get it. I remember when I worked downtown Brooklyn when I lived in New York. And if you know downtown Brooklyn, you know there's the fire chief department over there. There's not Brooklyn College, sorry, City College. There's all the courts. There's a Chase head office over there. There's Con Edison. There's all types of, major companies that is there. So you could be walking to the halal spot to get a gyro or something, and you talking to a judge, or you talking to a lawyer, or you talking to a doctor, because there's a bunch of medical centers down there too. This person is in charge of the NICU or something. Like, you never know. And I've seen people on cute, coffee date, whether it's at Panera Bread or wherever. And I don't know, because I know because of the environment, she's probably making good money and he's probably making good money. And both of these people are on a coffee date, whether it's during their lunch break or after work. Like, once again, I'm seeing single women telling other single women not to take coffee dates, and men cosplaying as women telling other single women not to take coffee dates. I'm so glad I'm not in this dating pool. I'm so glad I'm out of this. And strategically, I've always dated with a purpose. I wasn't in the pool very long anyway, but to say no to a coffee date, especially if you can gauge the pedigree of the man, whew.
I mean, she's speaking the truth, and she's married. So this is the type of woman that others should listen to, because she attained the marriage goal a lot of them are trying to reach to. I think the women we see post online today are, misled and misguided. It's become more about being accepted and looking cool to other women than actually finding that companionship that they're looking for. You feel me? Because why would you have to post online, someone offered me a coffee date and I didn't go? Okay. If you didn't do it, you didn't do it. Why everybody gotta know about it? Because, she wants other women to be like, you go, girl. You worth more than that. And it's like, she know damn well she'd have took that coffee date if she was interested in that man and there wasn't this newfound stigma on coffee dates. This whole coffee date argument is relatively new. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't always a thing. When the hell did coffee dates, meeting someone, a low risk, situation, safe environment, just to break the ice, get to know someone, see if you're gonna waste your time? When the hell did that become not cool? What you want? What you expect to do? You know what I'm saying? It's just not realistic. And mentalities and ideologies like this are hurting a lot of women, and it's going to make a lot of people miss out on their blessings. You feel me? Yeah, it's cool now. Yeah, girl, I said no to a coffee date. You go, girl. It's cool now. All right, but when you lonely and there's some cobwebs on that coochie forming and need someone to dust that thing off, you're gonna say, dang, Norman did offer me some coffee. Dang, I did kind of like Norman, but I wanted to look cool in front of the girls. It's stupid. So you rather sit by yourself and come out your own pocket for some broccoli and cheddar soup, some grilled chicken sandwiches. Hey, whatever hot's your dog, whatever ham's your burger. All right? But you can't come on here later talking about men don't approach anymore, men don't date, men don't court. It's videos like this that deter them, because they really thinking like majority of women think this way. You feel me? Which I don't think is the case. It's just the loudest ones. Why do I have to put you on some sort of pedestal before I even know you? I don't know. It's this worshiping complex. It's not gonna end well. You feel me? But she did have a response video to her naysayers.
Biggie had two baddies fighting over him and eating his groceries. And for some reason, men seem to think that I can't find a man that's willing to take me for coffee. And I notice anytime that I post anything about dating, especially on this app, the number one comment that I get is because I'm fat and ugly, that I should be willing to settle for whatever a man is willing to offer me, right? And I always find that interesting because it almost feels like they have this assumption that any man who's trying to date me has never seen me before. And what I noticed from that comment section is a lot of people like coffee dates or ice cream dates or whatever the case may be because it's low effort, low commitment, low risk, and for the men, it's cost effective, right? And a lot of people were trying to compare it to a job interview, right? And I think the part that they are skipping with the job interview is after you submit your resume and the application, if you are deemed worthy, what happens? You get the phone interview. After the phone interview, if the employer deems you worthy enough, then they will invest the resources to fly you out for an in-person job interview. And I feel like a lot of y'all are skipping that step. I feel like a lot of y'all will meet somebody on a dating app on a Wednesday, and by Thursday you are trying to go get coffee, which is why y'all want the low risk, low commitment, cost effective dates, because y'all are not taking the time to have the phone interview. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, my first time having a meaningful conversation with somebody is not going to be the first date.
What? What? Worthy? What the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Yo, man. Who is gassing? Yo. It's out of control, man. It's out of control. Worthy. I mean, hey man, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about her looks like them other people. Hey, to each his own. Hey, there might be a dude out there that love her up. You feel me? Who am I to judge? Everyone got their own taste. My thing is like, yo, the gas station out here is crazy. It's wild work, man. It's rampant. Cause the woman in the comments talking about keep your standards as high as possible because that's what you're actually worth. And then we got, girl, don't put down your standards for no one. And that's the thing. Everyone is entitled to their own standards. All right. But if your goal is to, be in a relationship, if you want to be alone, hey, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to get a man, you kind of want to pay attention to what men respond to, what men are actually attracted to, instead of just, trying to appease other women in your comments cheering you on. Because let's be real, single women keep other women single, You don't know if they really have your best interests at heart. So if a man is like, yo, I'm feeling you, I want to get to know you, I think the best bet right now will be having a cup of coffee to, break the ice and get to know each other. It's okay to meet them halfway. It is okay not to let your ego get the best of you, because those same people gassing you up ain't gonna be there when you alone and you by yourself. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if you okay with that, cool. But let me know what y'all think about this. Always love reading y'all thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope you have a beautiful day. Till next time, baby, I'm out.